Hi, my name is Matt Howard, and for my final role play, I will be portraying a social worker who specializes in substance abuse. And um, the agency I work for is actually called Smart Recovery. We are a nonprofit organization that provides free support for people who are battling substance abuse. And my client today, Mr. McKinley, was actually referred to me by his case manager, who is actually handling his second DUI. I met with him yesterday, Mr. McKinley, that is, as he was pretty insistent upon meeting me first before agreeing to do any of this. He was pretty uncomfortable with the whole process, a little defensive. Um, but that's normal for some people, especially in his position. I'm hoping for a little that he's a little bit more motivated today, um, but he is running late, so we'll see how that goes. Prior to the beginning of our last session, I carefully and thoroughly explained an informed consent, a conversation with my client, and the client consented to treatment. We completed all of the appropriate informed consents. I also carefully and thoroughly reviewed all confidentiality procedures with the client and all appropriate authorizations of releasing of information have been signed by the client as well. Hello, Mr. McKinley. How are you doing today? You look a lot better. I know that last time that we met, um, you were a little uncomfortable with the whole process. So tell me how you're feeling today.
I'm feeling a lot better, actually. Our visit yesterday really motivated me to try and get my life back in the direction I want it to go. And I haven't really felt control of anything for a long time, and I just never thought I'd be here again at this point in my life. I know this is my second DUI, and I know I'm late, but getting here just really isn't easy on me.
Well, I do want to start by saying that I'm really happy that you were feeling better with the whole process. I know this really isn't an easy time for you, and it wouldn't be really an easy time for anybody, given the situation. So this is really a tremendous first step.
Well, it means a lot to hear somebody say that. I know I really need to stop drinking. I need to figure out how to just do this and end it, and I really want to get my license back.
So, I'm understanding, definitely some concerns there, and that you really want to achieve these goals. You want to stop drinking, and you want to get your license back. So these are for good reason, obviously. So, um, tell me, have you been drinking like a long time, or do you have like a long history of drinking?
Well, I started right after I dropped out of college, so yeah, about 10 years or so now.
Okay. How do you think the drinking has affected your life, or do you think it's affected it at all, or?
Well, it's caused so many problems in my life throughout the years, and I just don't want to lose the little control that I have left over my life. And I think I feel real trapped. I work at a dead end job, and that's made my drinking worse. Initially I started drinking in college, and I just took it to a point where I was getting dropped from classes, and I wasn't showing up. My attendance was poor. I also got my first DUI in college, and it caused an accident where two people were injured,
Wow.
and then my dad cut me off financially, and that really put a strain on our relationship. And I guess I couldn't blame him. I wasted a lot of his money.
Okay. Well, I definitely can appreciate that. That was definitely a very hard time, very hard thing to deal with. Um, but don't be too hard on yourself. We all do things that we regret. We all hit like a low point in our life. But what's really important is that you seem very motivated. You want to change, which isn't easy, and I definitely commend you for that. I definitely think that's worth a lot right there. There's a lot of options that we have when it comes to controlling your dependency on the drinking. So there's a lot of options that we have. We have a really great organization, and um, I definitely would like to get you in some sort of a group therapy sort of session first to start. Um, I know that also starting this program is one of the many things that you have to do to get your license back, which is definitely something important to you. We can even look into maybe possibly getting you back into school, because you also brought that up as well. So,
Well, the only big thing I have an issue with these days is transportation. And as you know, I have a family friend that gets me here since my license got suspended. And then there's just kind of the problem of payment and whatnot.
okay. Well, I know the city bus. Would that be an option? I know that they have a lot of affordable different bus passes, things like that. Would that be something doable?
Well, I get really claustrophobic, and I don't know if I can do the bus. They're unreliable and they're dirty, and I just don't think that would work out well for me. Uh, what I was thinking might be doable is that my case manager works in the area, and she said she may be able to help get me here. And I was wondering if you would be able to contact her to see if she, could do that. Just so she knows it's legitimate. And she may be able to get me here to know if it's to help with my case.
Okay, no, that's not a problem at all. I can definitely get in contact with her and see what she says. As far as the payment, I have good news there. Our organization that your case manager referred you to is we have free group sessions for dependency. It's actually really cool. So as far as payment is concerned, there's no payment from you that we need. However, our organization does encourage donations as they do go towards fighting substance abuse. But I mean, as far as a payment, there's actually no payment.
Well, that takes care of the payment part.
Yeah, so it's actually really cool. That does leave us with the issue of school. I know you mentioned that you have a lot of regret with dropping out, so we can look into other avenues. Have you looked into financial aid, or you know they have grants, scholarship programs, anything to get you back on track with that?
Well, I have a criminal record, so I've kind of been putting it off. Do you know if that makes a difference?
Well, this really isn't my area of expertise, but I'm not gonna lie. I think having a record it might make it a little more challenging, but I don't think it's gonna be something that's gonna be impossible. But we can definitely explore what our options are with all of that, um, and see what we can do with all of that there. Um, but what I really actually want to ask you first is, what do you see as the most important or top priority for you?
Well, my drinking, that's the number one goal I want to take care of, and then getting my license back.
Okay. Well, good, because I definitely see those as biggies here. So it's good that you want to get those straightened up first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in contact with your case manager. I'm gonna see what she says, and if that works out the transportation issue, then we can get you here. Um, by our next meeting, I really want to make sure that we have some sort of a schedule where you can regularly meet with me, and I can start getting you into group. Um, and we can go over other ways to help resolve your dependency. Um, so that's first and foremost what I want to see by next week. Um, and we have a lot of time for everything else. So as far as school, um, no pressure there really. I We can definitely get the ball rolling, but we're going to tackle the dependency and work on getting your license back. So does that sound like a plan?
That sounds great. It really motivates me a lot more, and I really just can't wait to get my life back under control.
Me too, Mr. McKinley. I'm looking forward to working